Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beyond the White Noise Paranormal and Video Cast. Tonight, back on one of our favorites. We got Lee and Dan from Southern Ghost Society out of Southern England. Okay, now, the guy with the cool beard, not Mo, the other guy with the cool beard, that is Lee, by the way. I called him Dan, my apologies. And then we got Dan to the right. What's up, fellas? How you guys doing tonight? Hey, thanks a lot for coming back on our show with us, man. Last time was a blast.
Yeah, we had fun last night. It was good to come back on. We couldn't wait. So yeah.
Oh, superb! I'm over the moon. You guys have came back on because we've dealt a lot in the past couple of months with book authors and people. You know, when they come on, and a lot of people that we get on, they're really nice people. But sometimes, you know, you try and have a laugh and a joke with them, and they just look at you and they're like, I just don't get it. So. I'm happy that there's debauchery involved in tonight's show, nevertheless. So, no, I'm well pleased. Now, before we go any further, Kate, what the hell have you been up to this past week that's not involved you trying to scrape at the law?
Honestly, trying to get thoughts in my head about putting together the wedding and what I need to do and how I need to grow up and what I get to wear and stuff like that. I'm not doing a tux. You know, I'm not. It's gonna be a cool like.
You've got to do a tux, Lynette. If you're gonna listen to this, you're doing a tux.
No. She picked it out. She picked it out for me.
Yes.
Yeah. So I gotta say whatever she says, I gotta do. So I'm first to say that, and that's true.
You wear
pink. No. Your
pink.
Teeth are pink, dude. Okay. Your teeth are pink. Okay. I'm not wearing pink. I am definitely not wearing pink. I'll tell you that right now. Actually, it looks like you're wearing pink at the moment. I'm looking like a hooligan, and you're wearing pink. You know, now what firm are you running right now? What are you top boy of what? Top boy of what firm, dude? You know, Liverpool, like, after relegated 3 different times.
Have you heard about the recent amazing news from Old Trafford?
No.
Oh, Lynette's in the chat room. I have something very cool picked out. Pink. You're wearing pink. Go wearing pink.
Lynette, I'm not wearing pink. She knows it.
Too late. She said it. You have no say. But yeah, out of Old Trafford, I don't know if you guys have seen it, Lee and Dan, but apparently there was a suspect package found.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite surprised to see that. I'm not a follower of football whatsoever, and I seen it. I sort of, you know, when you just sort of think, oh crap, you kidding? But apparently it was not a viable package. They just blew it up and chilled on the game. So yeah, random news, not involving anything. Just
good job with the news today. You're fired. Okay, yeah. Let's get into the paranormal. You do have some news on the paranormal you wanted to throw.
I do, but before I go further, I just want to say one thing. I went to Croxted Hall yesterday for a wedding of weird, and it was amazing. It was a lovely building, and while I was there, my wife asked me to go and check the car. So I went, okay. So I went into the car park to check the car because it's a house in the middle of a country park in the middle of the Helmand province. It's like a war-torn zone every angle other than this quintessential park in the middle of it. And I was kind of worried, so I went to go and check the car, make sure it's still there, not on fire, hasn't been taken across the field for the joyride. And as you would do if you were in a building like that, you turn left or you turn right instead and go and have a little wander around. And after about 10 minutes of looking around and ducking through rooms, a security guard just on the other side of one of the rooms is standing there looking at me. And I went, oh, this has just happened.
But he thought Mo was dogging. Don't lie. No, you were dogging out in the lot. Don't lie. You were dogging.
Dude, at least if I got caught for that, I'd laugh. He stood there and he looked at me and I thought, shit, I'm at a wedding. I am in trouble here. And the guy, he turned around, he looked at me. And as he turned around, there's a ciggy in his hand. He was smoking a cigarette. And I looked at him, right? No joke, it's the only time it's ever happened. I looked at him. He looked at me. We done that mutual appreciation, like, I won't say shit if you don't say shit. Like. And I just sort of like that. And I turned around and walked away. And I was like, he's gonna collar me. And he just let me go. I was like, well played. Good dodge. So yeah, no, but that's me. That's my entire week. Nothing else works.
That's your entire week. One night.
Better than yours.
Better than mine.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, no.
Going out to a car that I could drive? Oh, Holy
I was
shit!
waiting.
I didn't. Did I say that? Did I?
I was waiting.
You're waiting for that. You're waiting for that. I'm not bringing it up. That's been brought up too many times.
Oh, right. Now
Okay, now let's get into let's talk to the fellas that are on the show tonight. What have you guys been up to?
That's a better way.
Well, we've been up to. We've been busy at the moment. Really, we've been. I think year to date so far, we've done 13 events, and we were just sort of chatting before the show. Last year was 34 events. The year before was 40 events, and we decided in 2016 to sort of take some time back, take Southern Ghost Society back to sort of host one for them and one for us. So we're still doing the public events, but out of the 13 this year, we've investigated probably 5 of those just as a small team. You know, we went to Bodmin last week, Bodmin Jail in Cornwall, and there was just the team were there, you know, and we were able to sort of really get down and, you know, not have to keep moving around and do the sort of typical public events where we're hour and 15 in each area, back for coffee. Yeah, we just, you know, if stuff's kicking off, we were there for 3 hours. It didn't really matter, and you know, so we've sort of taken it back. So yeah, we've sort of done, you know, a few different things this year. We're trying to sort of keep it fresh, keep the public coming along because it does keep us fresh, and we've built the team now from 6 up to 9, and now we have 12 team leaders now. So ourselves, so it gives us a lot of opportunity to actually sort of alternate the team and to get out investigating again, really.
Well played, well played. I did notice on Friday something you guys, I think it was Friday that you guys done, a beginners event for Manor Farm.
Yeah, basically what happened was we talked about, you know, we're sort of 5 or 6 years into this now, and 40 events a year, and we get a lot of people, over the years we get a lot of people say, we want to come on a ghost hunt, but we're a little bit worried about it, we don't know what it entails. So Manor Farm is a local farm here, got lots of history. The pond and the road is in the Domesday Book. The church is, so it's a recognised place. It's not just a farm. There's 3 real nice areas to investigate, including an old church. It's you know, it's nice. So we approached the farm to say, look, you know, they were doing how to set up your own ghost hunting group. And the lady that did it, she's a lovely woman, but she was doing it on her own really, and there wasn't much buy-in from the farm. So what we said to her was that we would come on and sort of facilitate nights for her and sell it as a beginners event. You know, the tickets are £15. All money goes straight back to the farm, so it helps locally as well. And what we did was we split the farm into 3 different areas, and we talk about the 3 different levels that Southern Ghost, how we investigate. So we have one area. It was around the communications. We talked before about Ouija boards, dowsing rods, crystals, the general sort of get up and go. We have the second area was around the sort of modern techniques, K2s, REM pods, anything that, you know, sort of dictaphone, the live streaming. And then the third area was about sort of more modern and more sort of the advanced side of things. We have 2 people that come along, the scientific approach, and we have a couple that come with us who literally go to the nth degree in terms of the history side of things, but they also look at moon phases, to the humidity, and what they're looking for with their type of investigation technique that leads into ours is there a common theme? So if we're capturing something on camera, is there something that happened that night that actually has been the same on other events? So if we're getting a strange mist, or we got an orb, or we got some phenomena, actually, the last time we got that was on this night. What was the moon phase? What was the humidity in the air? Was it raining? What was the weather like? And so we actually do one area. They talk about the research that they do. They go, so what they do is when we get a venue, they will go onto the internet. They will look at names of people associated with the venue, and they go right back. So if someone owned it in the 16, 17, 1800s, and then they moved on to a house that had a fire, we would know about it, and then we would literally sort of really dig into the history of the events now. So yeah, and we host it on behalf of the farm, and yeah, it's been interesting. It's
something different for us as well, isn't it? It sort of it gives us a different sort of spin on things, and it's quite nice to sit and talk to people about experiences and things we've had. And it's been quite supportive, isn't it?
Lee and Dan, my apologies here.
You're okay? Kate, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you guys real quick. Do you guys always carry a?
What's up, Kate?
you,
Kurt?
Disappeared.
no,
What's
I'm
up?
here. Do you guys carry a historian on your team?
No, not really. We've completely sort of stayed away from anything that's going to cost us or the people coming with us any more money. So mediums, historians, anything like that. We do all our own research, and we've got, like I say, we've got the two guys that sort of search the internet, search the marriages, anything like that, and we've got to do our own really. So we're very much sort of self-reliant and self-taught, I guess.
One way, it's a positive way of doing it. And by what you said there, splitting the investigations to 3 different types, being scientific, educational, and more spiritual, that makes a hell of a lot of sense. And most of the time when you go on any investigation, regardless to where it is or who it's with, if it's an event, it always seems to be the same thing. And the fact that you split it into 3, that's really impressive. I like that. But I mean, when Kees just said about historians, a lot of groups seem to believe that it's an essential thing to have a historian. And I think I fall into the same category as you guys. If you can do your own research, you should do your own research. Why should you pay somebody else to do it?
Yeah.
And should you trust that person in the first place? So that's definitely one way of looking at it. Give me a second, my throat's killing me. It must be a beard thing because you were coughing before and you've got a beard.
I'm struggling.
Don't go like you guys are like like pros or anything. You got the real beard.
Yeah. Okay, you got boobs.
Yeah, so do you, dude.
Yeah, well played.
Yeah, you got big pepperoni nipples, whatever.
Been a bit left out now. I've not got a beard.
No, just draw one up. Just do what I do and draw one on.
Next time I'll dress like a hooligan, and then me and Kurt can be the same. Yeah.
We could go find Mo. We'll find Mo in window or something.
Oh, I like it. That's impressive. Now, you mentioned there before as well, we were talking a little bit before you came on there with regards to live streaming, and you guys seem to be cornering the market on live streaming because a lot of people, they'll try it and they'll sit in a room, talk to the phone for an hour or 2, and that's it. You guys have gone about it another way. You guys are actually using it the way it should be used. It should be used to showcase things other people are not doing. How's that going for you?
Yeah, it's all right. It's his baby, I suppose. For me, I think that when we first found the app and found out about live streaming, we went through probably 2 or 3 events where it started to really take over the event, and then in fairness, we had to sort of had a bit of a crisis chat and say, look, it's great to live stream, but we can't affect the quality of the event. I think that's why we've sort of said that one event for us and one for the public, and when we do our own events, we can live stream, and we do tours of the place before, so we show exactly what we're doing, we go through the history of the place, and then it's not just a case of just putting on our faces, not just to show us, and I think that when we first started, we were, I think one of the places we go to, a manor house where I sent you the video clip of that.
Yes.
The thing. That there is we can get reception in 3 rooms, and I think it was the first ever live stream we did, and we can get it in 3 rooms. So actually, the viewing was okay, but we were there for like 6-7 hours. Just in these 3 rooms, we didn't get to investigate any other place because live streaming only worked there, and that's what we said. Look, listen, if we're paying money for these venues, we stream what we can stream, and there's no point bringing mediocre quality stream in. We rather go to somewhere where you can walk around the house with us. You can be a part of the investigation. We take on quite a lot of questions and sort of questions from home. We try and get people involved. It's all right. It's, like I say, it's Lee's baby really, but I'll sort of get in on it.
You're joining the tech side of things. I like that. Just for anybody who's watching as well, if you're watching through YouTube, we have actually got a live chat at the right hand side of the video. Drop any questions in there if you do decide you want to. If you want to terrorise anybody, Kurt is free for the next hour, just ripping to bits. Yeah, Kurt, I'm glad you've done that on the little screen. But okay. So another thing as well that you noticed you posted on Facebook a couple of days ago is you posted 2015 Poveglia Island, 2016 ...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you know what? I think for it's trying to get on the events where we're taking people with us. There's no point just booking places where we want to go. So it is a case of getting that massive interaction. So what we try and do is just sort of say, look, where do you want to go? Where do you want to book? And then we sort of then provide a list. So don't know where the next big place is. I've been back in contact with the guys from Poveglia.
Yeah.
And I really want to go there again. I'm itching to go back. Yeah,
definitely.
it's weird the way that happens. You get a location that you go to, and regardless to the person you speak to, it doesn't matter. It will be you guys, it'll be me, it'll be Kurt, it'll be any of the other groups over here. There's always that one place you always want to go back to.
Yeah.
Even if you only do it once, even if you do it a million times, there's always that one place you want to go back to. And I can see what you mean with that about Poveglia. There's a place in Wales I love going back to at any chance I get to go. Let's not mention any names on the place, but it's an amazing place to go to, and it must be the same for you guys. It's just the fact that
Did we brick and ladder the place? Did you brick and ladder it?
Yeah.
I'm not mentioning it. I'm not saying where it was.
Of course I did.
Did you pull a brick and ladder?
Yeah.
I am so proud of my friend Mo.
It doesn't count as a brick and ladder when the fence is 3 foot tall.
No, it still does. It still does. Because once you put your foot over it and the owner sees it, you're officially brick and ladder.
Yeah, the owner of the building lives in Saudi Arabia, so if you can see that, mate, I'm impressed. What I will say though is the only thing guarding the place was sheep. So
oh, then there must have been shagging going on your.
Oh, I was waiting for you to say something.
I can't believe you went there.
You did. And there goes the show to crap. Thank you very much, Kurt. Oh my God. But no, as I said, I mean, Poveglia Island, as we spoke about it last time, we spoke about it a little bit now. A lot of people never get the opportunity, and I said it to you guys last time. I love the way if you want to do something, you just done it. And people go, I'd love to go to this place, and then they sort of sit there and dream, and you both sat there once and went, do you want to go? Yeah, let's just go. I love that. It's the best way to be, and people aren't like that. But
I think for Poveglia as well is because we had a failed attempt, a very drunken failed attempt the first time we went there. We just drowned in our sorrows. I think we got over there and you could
so close.
You could touch the eye. You couldn't swim it because I even know the one drunk night I was going to.
You actually were going to swim.
Actually, in fairness, one drunk night I went into to our apartment. I took the bin bag out of the toilet bin and put my K2 in it, put my phone, put my voice recorder, and went down to the quay to swim it. And then realising that I was way too drunk to even try and get across a shipping lane over there.
shipping lane.
I was down to my shorts, ready to go, and bailed out. Once I got over there, I'd have been too scared to do anything anyway. So in fairness,
I don't mean to sound horrible, and please don't take this as disrespectful, but when I look at this camera right now and I see you with your shirt and your good hair, and I see your brother sitting next to you with a bleeding red beard, I would have expected by looking at him for him to have been...
He'd be the one to do it. Yeah, he'd be the one to do it.
I had visions of you dragging him back from doing it, but oh, how the tables have turned.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, God. Did you toe dip, or did you just not go near the water?
It was
I talked him out of it.
He did talk me out of it. Yeah,
it was such a busy shipping lane. You would definitely have died. So
I'm impressed the way that you look like you are the sensible brother.
That is kind of cool. I got to give you credit, Mo. That is cool. That's the big red bearded one is the sensible one.
Yeah.
And the other one is just off the hook.
It's a loose cannon.
Pissed drunk and runs into a wall and keeps doing it, and then finds something else to do. And his brother's like, Lee's like, dude, stop. You know?
You know so well.
Yeah.
No, but do you know, if it was me and you, I'd push it in.
You'd what?
If it was me and you, I would push it in.
Oh, I'd grab you by your collar and bring you with me, so that way I wouldn't drown alone.
I've been able to, no joke, right? I've been able to swim for 10 months.
Are you serious?
Serious, yeah. I used to drown very successfully.
How did you learn to swim? Did you take classes with all the little kids? Or were you like the old guy with all the 5-year-olds?
No bull. My 7-year-old son taught me.
Good.
Love
you
it.
need to learn to swim. You do.
I had like Dora the Explorer armbands on. No one never cared. Shut up. Jesus Christ. Oh, no. So you guys are looking for the next big location, or are you actually thinking that maybe Poveglia is a return for you?
I want to go back to Poveglia.
And
you're keen to find somewhere else?
I think we're sort of split. I want to go back over there because there are buildings. I think when we come back off and you've looked again on sort of Google Earth maps and stuff like that, and there are places we can go on there. So everyone always says, it's not going to be the same if you go back, and I think there's lots more to explore. However, I want to go to Ireland. I want to do.
There's another there's another island we heard about that's like Poveglia, but it's kind of off a little bit. We were talking to somebody that was on our show that did that investigation too. Would you guys come to the States and do anywhere? Is there anywhere in the States you would like?
Yeah, that would be our. I think that's our sort of holy grail, really, is come to the States and do space over there. Like you've got places over there. I know that we talked last time about the history of of over here.
Yeah.
You've got some amazing sort of penitentiaries and some amazing places over there that we'd love to. And I think, do you know what? I watch Ghost Adventures and the ghost hunting programs to look at the venues that they, what you think about whoever's sort of hosting the shows and stuff. I'm in awe of the places out there. I'd love to go there. It's just so far for us to come, really.
Do you know what? I'm going to disagree with that a little bit. I'd love to get me backside over to Ireland. I'm with you on this one. I'd love it.
Dude, there's no leprechauns there, dude. They don't exist. Alright, I just got to tell you that.
Dude, that's not a midget fetish that I've got, leprechauns. I'm just looking for gold.
I've been pricing up looking at Lep Castle and actually driving up to Liverpool and then going across that way, and then because obviously we wanted our cars and our equipment and stuff, and been putting a price, but I just physically can't get a contact there. Spoke to Richard Felix, who owns Derby Jail and stuff like that, and he reckons he had so they had a contact for us, but we've not been able to get a contact to get us in there, because Ireland, we've got probably quite a few of our core members that want to get over to Ireland. There's loads of places over there, and that's probably the next place we'll end up looking at.
You'll find that an entire team will go over there looking for the spirits of the wrong kind, though, to be fair. You'll end up drunk. You trying to swim across the Irish Sea, and me trying to talk you down.
Mo would be the lifeguard, because you can swim now. That's right there.
Yep,
Mo would be the lifeguard. He'd rescue you.
After the show, ask me the question about the castle. We know somebody in Ireland who might know something, so just do me a favour, remind me. Otherwise, I can guarantee you, I'll forget.
No, cool.
So, Kate, I want to ask you that same question. Where in the world would you be?
In your house, sleeping on the floor for free, so I don't have to pay rent.
If you keep going the way you're going, Lynette's going to push it that way.
Well, no, she's coming there too. We're both showing up. You just don't know. You just don't know. We've already set up Yelp advertisements saying you got a bed and breakfast.
No.
And it's haunted too. So you're screwed, dude. Oh my God.
What about Alcatraz? Is that?
I've been there. I didn't like it. It was too touristy when you're in there. Even when you're in some of these cells, or it's not. The best place to go is Eastern State Penitentiary on the East Coast.
Yeah.
That place is creepy. That place is creepy, especially with the old caskets that are in there, and Al Capone's cell. I mean, that place is the real deal. Yeah. Alcatraz is a little. It's good to go for a tourist kind of thing. You want to spend a day and say, "Hey, we were at Alcatraz."
Yeah.
But if you want to go investigate and you can get your hands on it, go to Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia.
Isn't there Waverly Penitentiary as well? Isn't that?
Waverly Sanitarium.
Yeah.
People that are longers. If you're a longer, well, my grandmother died. She was a longer, but tuberculosis, consumption, and stuff like that. So it was. That's not kind of nice to say, is it now? Oh well, she's dead. I'm sorry.
Kate, I swear to God, you need instructions, man. Do you know what though? And on a more positive note, though, I'm quite surprised that you went to Alcatraz as a tourist. To be fair, Kate.
That's real nice. You go in there though. It's cool how they show like Machine Gun Kelly's thing, and they had one guy that was signing books that was actually an inmate there, and he talked to you a little bit and sign your book, and then he shank you and tell you to piss off as you're bleeding out your back.
Yeah, cool. What a guy.
Eastern State, Waverly would be cool. And there's ones that are off the grid. Those are probably going to be the ones you're going to enjoy the most, because you're not going to have a million people doing the same thing you're doing. You guys can just kind of break off and just do your thing, and you just research it, and it's easy to do. Rent a car and stuff like that. Don't ask Mo to drive, okay? Actually, Mo probably could drive over here. Believe it or not, I think.
Yeah, dude. If you can, I can.
Fair enough.
Oh.
I'll take responsibility for that.
Right, for those who are listening via podcast as well, the reason you can't see that we keep talking about Kurt in a more criminal manner is because he's dressed like a football hooligan.
So how would you say it to an American soccer hooligan? So we call it a soccer hooligan?
No,
yeah,
they
hey,
don't exist.
I'm top boy. I'm top boy. I already made afterwards. We got a row going, man.
Kurt,
row going.
Just a quick one for you, mate.
Chelsea.
In Britain, top boy means something different.
No, that's only in your bedroom.
some hating going on right there. So, oh my dear God! So you guys have you said how many events have you had up to now? Is it 14? Did you say?
Well, this year. This year's we've done 13.
13.
Yeah, 13 this year. We've got another 13 booked as well. So.
My dear God, how the hell how do you manage to stop to breathe?
Don't know. It's really calmed down. Like I said, last year we did probably 10 more. We did like 34 last year, and about 43 the year before. So we've tried to sort of take it back a little bit and calm it down a little bit. And I think then you start to look forward to the events as well. If you do sort of do 2 a month rather than 1 every week, you start to look forward to the venues, and they don't get too stale, you know.
Yeah, you start to lose the monotony. It makes sense.
Do you burn out though sometimes, guys? I mean, when you do that many?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, if you guys ever like hit just like, oh my God, we're at the point now where like we got so many lined up. Do you get to the point where you're like, oh man, let's just do it and be done with it for a while?
Yeah, I think last year got to a point where you saw sort of the cracks in the team and the people, and it got too much, and it was taken over. I think that as much as the wives are quite forgiving, it got too much from a ghost hunter point of view, but from a personal point of view as well, and you start to feel guilty every time, because I can't help myself. Honestly, I'm the one that books the events, and I can't help myself. As soon as I see something, it's booked, and then I just send around the apology emails and say, look, by the way, guys, we've booked again. But I think this year we've taken a bit more of a step back. What we've done is we've increased the team from 6 to 12, so which means we have on all of our events, we split into 3 teams, investigate for an hour and a half, and then we take our breaks and stuff. We make sure there's 2 team leaders per group as well. So that means that you can split off and go into smaller groups if you want to, or stay together, depending on the size of the venue. But now with 12 team leaders, what we do is we can either... No one really wants to miss out, though. So if we give my head, or in our heads in the beginning of the year, we were like 6 will do 1 week, 6 will do another week. But actually you get to a point where no one really wants to miss out. So the great thing about what we can do is we can sometimes pad the team out to 3 team leaders per group, or actually say, right, there's 6 team leaders that are investigating. That a team leader in, and then you say, right, well the other 6 or the other those guys that come along can actually investigate as well. So we're trying to keep it fresh that way, really, because I think that you start to lose enthusiasm, and then it's going to rub off to the people that are coming with you as well. And although we're non-profit, and if people,
I've seen people fall out of it too, on this side of the pond, just that were great investigators, people that have had on shows years and years ago, just fall out and just they're authors now, great authors. They just give up. They're like, forget it, because of what's going on with everybody around.
And I think the beginners events as well, it actually gives us a chance to not investigate, but still be in and around the paranormal. We share our experiences. So, if we're sitting in the group, we talk through the type of investigation techniques. We'll ask the people why they're here, and have they had a bit of experience. So, if someone's come along and said, look, I saw so and so, or I've had this experience, we would say, well, actually, the equipment that you would be able to sense that on would be the K2, and the K2 would have given you an idea. Or we tried to relate experiences. Yeah. So these team leader events quite morale boosting as well, because it shows you how. Bear in mind that Southern Ghost Society started 5 years ago. 5 years ago, from a snowy drive home. It was just a pop in. I said to Lee, "We could do this, we could do it." And he looked at me like I was mental. And then by the Monday, that was the Saturday night. By the Monday, I bought the domain name. We had our first venue booked, and we were ready to go. And 5 years down the line, we're 40 events into it. But I think that. And being able to stand up there and say that we're a group of enthusiasts. We don't employ mediums. We don't employ people to jump out at you. If there's someone standing behind you, and if we see someone standing behind you, it's going to be someone standing behind you, not someone who's stage managed something. And I think that with the beginners events now, it keeps it fresh, and you'll be able to sort of share your experiences to new people that come along, and share your ideas and stuff. So I think it keeps it fresh.
It's amazing. I think a lot of people, and especially one of the most questions I ever seem to get asked, especially through Facebook, is how do you get into investigating? A lot of people, they ask as if there's some ninja secret society somewhere that helps you get into it, and they don't realise that maybe if you want to do it, you just, I don't know, do it.
Yeah.
Or look into it, go on events, see what you think. And the fact that you guys are actually doing it the way you're doing it with the beginner events, I think that's really smart. Again, as I said, because people are petrified to just go out on their own sometimes and just try and take the ownership of doing it themselves. So it's well played. It is well played. But with regards to the events, and I'm not going, but I'm going to pick on you because I see you smile and not yet.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you can wait on that one.
Okay.
There's still time. But yeah, with regards to the events and some of the events that you guys have done, have you ever, it's going to sound really weird, have you ever missed out on some evidence somebody on the event has caught?
Yeah, Friday. Hideously Friday. Yeah. It's really annoying. Not really annoying. One of the guys that come along with us, what we do is with these beginner events, as part of a thank you from the farm, everyone goes home at 11:30. We're allowed to stay there till 2 just to sort of get up and investigate, to sort of get the team together, have a coffee and sit and just do some investigating. And one of the team went into the churchyard, and I was tidying the barn. So I was taking all the projectors down and stuff like that. So, and they were in the graveyard, and I've got the video. I'll show you the video of it. And they had the kinetic running, and there was by one of the gravestone a stick figure appeared, and they were filming it, and it looked like they were interacting with it, and it was.
They're also using the thermal imaging camera, and it was giving off a different heat source. That grave.
Brilliant.
And I was packing up and putting bales of hay back together and stuff like that. Oh, so pig sick I was, so sick.
We've all been there, believe me, we've all been there. I remember going on an event once. The only way I could get access to a certain building was by going on an event and having a predetermined agreement with the guys who ran the event and said, listen, you go left, I go right, are you cool with that? They were like, fine, we don't care, pay us money. So we gave them money, and then it just happened. And somebody there, I was with my wife at the time, and somebody there decided to latch on to what we were doing. And my wife said, listen, for some reason I've just seen something out the corner of my eye, and I don't know what it was, but something's telling me nurse. I think it'd be a nurse, this. And we were like, okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Do you want to go and pay attention over there? And as we walked over there, someone else came out to one of the other rooms, and she went, I don't know why, but I'm sure I've got this feeling there's a nurse there, and I don't know why. I was like...
What? Where? Hold on. Where? What kind of place was this, Mo?
It used to be a day hospital and then an orphanage.
Well, that's easy to say. Nurse, doctor. You got 2 words right there. That would be in there.
Okay, smartass. Well played. But nevertheless, it was weird the way they both went to the same place with the same at the same time.
Sure.
That's what caught me about it. And yeah, as I said, it was the only thing that ever came of that night for anybody. And at the end of the event, we all sat down and they went, did anyone catch anything? And everyone was quiet. Everyone said, oh, we seen, like, I don't know, orbs. They seen loads of orbs. in a dusty building, there was orbs. Fuck it, there was thousands of them. Anyway, nevertheless, my wife pointed it out, and then somebody else pointed the same thing out, and everyone was like, yeah, you probably spoke. And we were like, yeah. This is the same event where I pointed out table tipping and got hated on by an entire room full of people.
Dude, that was funny.
Oh, dude, that was priceless. I seen the fingers putting pressure on the table, and I just went, bullshit. Yeah. And I just shouted it, as you would. I just went, bull, and then realised in a room full of people, all with head torches on, just turned around and looked at me, and I was like...
Nice. But I reckon at the moment I'm going through what I call a ghost drought. So I'm on my 3rd venue now with nothing at all. I don't think I've had anything paranormal out of 3, but it's been about a month since I've had anything I can turn around and go, that was a bit strange, or that, and I seem to be missing. So the other teams have come back and gone, best session ever, and I'm like, and then it actually gets to the point now where people don't want to go with me because they actually think it's me. But you know what? I quite like that because actually it shows that we're not faking it. You know, I'm standing around in the dark and getting absolutely nothing, and it's 3 weeks. So 3 weeks for nothing. So it's
okay. Okay, I got this a question that I don't know if Mo already did it. I'm not going to try to jump in with Mo.
Go for it.
But Lee, what's the most embarrassing thing you've seen Dan do on an investigation?
You know what? There was something recently, actually. We were live streaming in Derby Jail This was only a couple of weeks ago as well. And we're walking around, we're doing a bit of the opening, looking around the place, and we go over to the execution shed that's there. And they've got a list of names of everyone who was hung there,
okay.
What was for, the date, everything like that. And bearing in mind, this is live, filming away, and I'm behind the camera, Dan's in front, and he's talking through, and he's got the date, and he looks on there, and he's like, going down names, and he said, oh, today's date is the 7th or something. He's like, there's one here, 7th, right, that's the right date, 7th of April. And I'm thinking, it's not April, and he's getting really excited then. 7th is today's date. 7th of April, this time, so many years ago, and I'm stood there going, Dan, it's not April, mate. Give him a heads up, and he's like getting more and more excited about the fact that we're there exactly the same date. We've got the name. We're going to call out to him. Just go down, listen, it's May.
And that's the thing with live streaming. It's just so unforgiving because we've got 23 people.
Okay.
Opening.
Now, Dan. Now, time to fire back at your brother. What's the most embarrassing thing you've seen him do on an investigation? I want to hear this.
Oh, there's so many. There is so many. I think that
Lee, stop cracking your knuckles, dude.
What's that?
I said, Lee, stop cracking your knuckles, dude. I seen that you went.
Embarrassing. I think I sort of shared the story before, but we went to the old Ragged School in London, and we met the creator there, and very eccentric fellow, loved the building more than he probably should have done. I think if he could have, shacked up a bit for the night, he probably would have done. He was so in love with the history and the building, and he was very big on your team must stay outside. You've got to come and fill in the health and safety. There's a step here, and which is fine. We do it. And then he as we walk through the door, he said, "Listen, anyone caught disrespecting this building, and you're gone." And I'm thinking, oh God, I just know what he's like, and it's just what he does. So I'm thinking, so we're walking around. So we get to the top floor, and as we go through the door, there's loads of fancy dress, or loads where the school children come in, and there's like dresses, and there's Victorian costumes and so on. And then I knew it, and I looked at him and went, no, don't do it. The guy, the thing is, the guy didn't find it funny, wouldn't have found it funny. I said, listen, don't, we're an hour before the event's supposed to start. You're going to get us kicked out straight away. Please don't do it. So I walked through, the guy walked through, and I followed him through and turned around, and he disappeared. And I'm thinking, oh no. So Lee quite likes a selfie, so who doesn't? Yeah, But so the problem with this is that Lee thought that we would walk on, then go upstairs, and then he could meet us. The problem is and the guy then said to me, look, we can't go any further here. We have to double back on ourselves. And then I started to sweat, thinking, oh no, because we're going to go back into the room where there's no doubt, before I even got into that room, he'd be head to toe in Victorian gear. I knew he was going to be. So we did the loop, and as we walked, come through, and Lee standing there, literally with like a flat cap on, a waistcoat, a shirt. How he's got dressed this quickly, in some short trousers, he's head to toe in it as a Victorian boy, and the guy, and I like the sound of my own voice. I'm quite an excitable character, but I honestly did not know what to say. I was like, I'm sorry, and the guy, but he didn't say a word, and he just walked off, and he's like, can we continue with the event? I'm not sure where we stand here anymore. The guy just went off, but I was like, oh god. So that's probably the most embarrassing time.
That's funny as hell.
I wouldn't class that embarrassing.
Both of them are funny as hell, by the way, guys.
That's not embarrassing. That's not embarrassing. That's something I think.
You've got to do it. You go to a place and they've got all that stuff. You can't not do it. It's a wasted opportunity if you don't.
I work in a place that has all that stuff, like Civil War uniforms and all this other crap, but I'm not allowed to touch it because I have to wear gloves. Or I'd be dressed up as like a Union soldier, standing out front with a gun. Hopefully nobody comes into my work.
Oh no, that's amazing. That's I wouldn't class that embarrassing. As I said, it's something I would and have sort of done. I've walked past. I've been in a judge's quarters in a big old building in the middle of Liverpool, and I've walked past a tub full of clothes, and you got like the judge's. Did
you wear the hat?
Wig.
Did you wear the wig?
Yeah, man. I threw the wig on, and I was with one of our old investigators at the time, Adam. Okay. And I threw the wig on and jumped around the corner to scare him, and he just called me an idiot and walked away. So I just expect the abuse of him, to be fair. But yeah, nevertheless, that I wouldn't, as I said, I wouldn't class it embarrassing. That's not even close to embarrassing. And anyway, if it was embarrassing, Lee wouldn't be proud of himself.
No, he is quite proud.
I'm proud.
He is, and we were allowed to continue with the event, so all wasn't lost.
Everyone's a winner.
I do like when we sort of separate the teams. I'm always sort of putting someone with Lee. I think can try and either control him or at least keep an eye on him, or at least sort of tell on him for me so he can keep him in check.
Theoretically, you have a carer for Lee.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I as soon as I say to anyone, "Where's Lee?" my heart sinks. It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
My heart sinks.
I think it's hilarious the way this is the guy in control of your live feed.
Yeah. That's the only thing that keeps me under control.
It is, yeah. That's the only reason we go with it.
I'll be sensible on that. So it keeps me.
I dread to see what's coming around Halloween time for you guys. Jesus Christ.
It is hideous. But yeah, live streaming keeps him in check, so we sort of run with it.
No, I can imagine where live streaming's concerned. I'd be, other than the fact that we do this live, if I ever had the opportunity to run live streaming on an investigation, I'd probably be the same myself. I'd probably be quite nervous, a hell of a lot more nervous than when we used to start doing this. But no, I think it's hilarious, and I love the way you guys run what you do. You don't really care much about what other people say, about what other people are doing.
No.
I love the fact that you just decide, let's go somewhere and go. I'm not too sure about Lee dressing up as a schoolboy. I do think there's something deep-seated there.
Hey, Lee.
Yeah.
Just be glad Mo wasn't, like, creeping around when he saw you dressed. That's what I worry about.
Right? I was counting the seconds down for something like that, to be fair. The time you watch to you, Kurt, I swear to God. So what's coming up for you guys?
Where are we next? We're going to we do a war asylum, which is again a sort of private event we do, which is actually probably we call it an asylum, but it wouldn't be now because it was just post-traumatic stress. But actually, what went on there was a lot of testing and stuff. So we've got that coming up next week. We've got some big ones coming up. Did you see? We're going to we're going to spend the night at 30 East Drive. You know the whole Hyde house. I know the whole Most Haunted thing and the fallout from that, but it was one of them where we just thought, do you know what, we'll give it a go. We booked it ages ago, and we're going to go and spend the night there. Just a couple of us, just got to give it a go, just to see whether it's the hype of Most Haunted or is it true, you know? So what else we're going to? We're going to
galleries.
Galleries. We're going to go back to galleries. It's in Nottingham. It's one of our favourite places.
My favourite place in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. So we're going to go there, and then then we've got loads of sort of little ones in between. We're going to go. We're doing
Manor as well. Halloween.
Yeah, in a place called Shore House. We told you we booked Dana Prison in Shrewsbury in November. Which actually, if the team are watching, they don't know that yet. So yeah, by the way, we're going to Dana Prison in Shrewsbury.
Surprise, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God. So 30 East Drive. Are you expecting? Have you got any aspirations at the moment?
No, nothing at all. And if we hadn't have probably paid the deposits and the money and stuff, we probably wouldn't be going. But
a while ago, wasn't
it was booked before the whole Most Haunted hype. And felt really let down. I mean, obviously, whatever people's feeling about Most Haunted stuff, you know, the evidence they had against those guys is pretty conclusive that some tomfoolery and fakery went on there. And, you know, so when you walked into the bedroom and see him throw the knife, or, you know, see him do the movement and then the knife landing on the bed to the being pulled back up the stairs with a cord.
Yeah,
they just didn't do themselves any real favors, I reckon, with that. Most one of the reason I don't want to sort of slag that. Most one of the reason we came to this, and you know, used to love watching them. We still watch them for again more of the sort of venue searching, and if we booked a place, we'd search them. But I haven't got any high hopes at all, really. But it's something that we're
just going to do it anyway.
We're going to watch the film there, aren't we? We're going to obviously when the lights go out, so we're going to watch the film in the lounge.
Yes.
And investigate.
That's one way of doing it. That's brilliant. I like that.
Give it a go.
Do you know what though? I can imagine how creepy it'd be being in a location like 30 East Drive when you're getting ready to watch a film and ask somebody to go and launch the kettle on.
Yes, like that.
That's gonna be priceless. Yeah. You're like, short straw, kettle on, come on.
But it'd be interesting to see. We're going to try and sort of test that and see whether watching the film, the location where it was set, and to see what we pick up. And having no aspirations for a place sometimes can surprise you as well. So sometimes it's nice that you go there thinking, you know, with a lot of stuff that's gone on there, maybe we're not going to get anything. And we won't sell it out. I mean, I know people take sort of 10, 15 people there. At the end of the day, it's a 3-bed semi, me and Lee, and probably 2 others are going to go and sleep there for the night and see what we pick up, you know.
Yeah, no, again, as I said, it's a place that I don't mean to sound horrible, but it's a place that I've never had an interest in to go. I'd never want to go. It doesn't. Sorry, kid.
No, I wanted to ask you, because this is more of a UK kind of thing. Can you explain that for anybody who's American listening over here that is purely clueless to what you're talking about?
Cool.
30 East Drive.
So, when was it? Is it like the 70s or 80s? Is it? There was. It's very much like a bit of a poltergeist thing, isn't it? Where a house would attach a ghost or a poltergeist has attached itself to the young family members. It happened in a house in Pontefract up in
Enfield? Not Enfield,
No.
right?
No, but it's very similar to Enfield. So if you know the story of Enfield, it's quite similar. And it happened at this 30 East Drive. And so there was a film made about it called When the Lights Go Out. It's a UK-based film, and so it's got a lot of it's got a modern history to it. So I know that when we searched the house and the land and stuff, it says about battles and stuff that have gone on there. But there's supposed to be a monk, and there's lots of different propaganda going around it. So, but with this house, you know, there was a film made about it, and it was it was probably second to Enfield, I would say. I would say probably second to Enfield in the UK. It's probably the sort of second sort of well-known sort of poltergeist haunting, really. And so we heard about it, and then we heard there was a possibility of staying there. So we booked it probably last September. Just booked it for June and July. We're going to sleep there in July, and and then we heard that Most Haunted bought shares in it, I think, or they own something to do with it. So and then Most Haunted did a Halloween special there, and you can watch the footage on YouTube. 2 things happened in the upstairs room. They found a knife just laid on the bed randomly. But actually, if you watch the footage of the guy that walked in the room, you see him make a sort of that movement. He was saying he was just sort of getting into the room, but it stank of throwing a knife onto the bed. And then the same guy, the camera was sort of facing up the stairs, and he come down the stairs and got pulled back and sort of almost got dragged back up the stairs. However, the problem is the banister was there, he was there, and you can see a cord that goes from there. He's saying it was his camera wire, and when he bought some, they came back out. They came back out and argued, really, rather than I think they came back out the wrong way. I don't know. The jury's out with did they fake it, did they not? But if you ask 95% out of 100 people, it gave them no credibility at all. So unfortunately, we had it, but I don't think I would have rushed out to get it to get it booked. We were already booked in it. We've paid the money, and we're going to go and give it a go. See what the hype's all about.
Well, there's no 2 ways about it. Having a location, regardless to whether it is, if it's not technically tainted by Most Haunted. That's one way of looking at it. Most Haunted are tainted themselves. Now, I'm the same as you guys. I used to watch it. Not because of everything it brought, because I always used to say with regards to the paranormal, when you watch the shows, there's a fashion. So you'll see Most Haunted, everything's thrown, coins, everything's thrown, there's noises in other rooms and footsteps above them, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You watch Ghost Adventures, and what happens is that the team, Zach, would probably talk about something, and then 15 minutes into the show, it all of a sudden happened to him, which is kind of conveniently weird. Ghost Hunters couldn't find a torch in a dark room at the best of times. So realistically, you do see a fashion with the shows, but don't ever let the show put you off. If the show has a bad experience at a location, it doesn't mean any more nor less to the location. Now, as for 30 East Drive, as I said personally, I've never wanted to look at it, not because of anything other than the fact that, as you said yourself, it's a 3-bedroom semi. And I live in a 3-bedroom semi, so I don't know what's going. Other than the fact that it has a bit of an Sorry, I'm just going to change. Somebody in the chat room called The Lunatic, who is a regular viewer, has put thumbs up for the red beard.
Well, excellent.
Yeah.
So you're going to grow a beard now? I don't think I get the credit I deserve. That's it. The beard.
Get a beard. What are you up? Just push.
Some dye.
Just push. Just push and see what happens.
I'm going to do it. No, I can grow a beard. I can do it. I just decide not to.
No. I think your brother's just said you can't.
Right, that's it now.
Next time you see him, he's going to have a massive beard.
Like, half red, half green. Go for it, just to annoy him. Do it. Better do. Kate, you too. I'm talking biker beard though, Kate.
No, I go biker beard. I'm not going. If I'm going beard, I'm going Full tilt beard, man.
Do it. But yeah, as I said, 30 East Drive. Don't let them put it off. Don't let Ghost Adventures put you off the place. Now, I did Most Haunted. Sorry, I did see the when is it Carl? I think it was Carl Beatty was trying to justify what happened with the cable, and saying that obviously it was a cable that had been caught, and straight after all of that happened, it was as amazing as his explanation was. Somebody came up maybe 30 seconds later with a picture of that same type of cable.
Yeah.
See you later, Kate. That same type of cable in what's it called, in night vision, and it's a totally different colour.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what. Yeah. That
was amazing, odd logic, but nevertheless, we love it. We love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, guys, we are coming towards the end of the show. Kate's just decided to die by the looks of it. Not all bad. So if anybody's looking for to come on here to be another host, go for it. By all means, you can only do better than Kate. That's not a mad achievement, nevertheless. But yeah, we're there. So the most wanted broke themselves. Oh God! The lunatic again just came on in the chat room and said that most wanted broke themselves with the last cable stunt. Yeah. So yeah, well played.
Yeah,
he broke.
Yeah, good job. Well done.
Yeah. Where's Derek? Let's not go there. But yeah, anyway, listen, thanks very much for coming on, guys. Before we go, just to say, if anybody's following us on Facebook, I've actually got something running at the moment. I'm trying to find out if I can get as many mediums as possible to just message me through Facebook or obviously through the YouTube channel. I just need a load of mediums, a load of psychics to all just message me with regards to a little bit, not an experiment. I just want to just test something. So if you're listening or if you're catching this on podcast, email through YouTube or just catch up with me. Totally unrelated to you guys, sorry about that, but
no worries, all good.
I've got something planned. It's going to end up brilliant or disastrous with me in prison, probably more than likely. But guys, nevertheless, anybody wants to catch up, Southern Ghost Society, you guys got a website, if I'm right in believing it's southernghostsociety.com?
Yeah, .co.uk, yeah.
My bad, sorry about that. Catch up with them on Facebook as well if you haven't already. And again, there'll be links in the show notes to this on both the podcast and on the YouTube channel. So get over there, get following, get on the events. If you don't, it's your own loss. And now that I can see Kate just started on the show, we'll see you again next week. Bye, guys.